Today on Smackey's Garage, we're going to be replacing the battery in our F-150, and we're going to be resetting the battery management system. I've had this battery in the truck since new, so it's an original Motorcraft battery. I've had it about 5 or 6 years, and it's finally time to replace it. So in this video, I'm going to go step by step as I replace the battery. Now, this battery's been in the truck since it was new, so as I was saying, about 5 or 6 years, and it is finally time to replace it. I've seen it's time to replace it because as I've been starting the car, especially in the cold, I've noticed that it doesn't want to start up as easy, and it's really chugging along, trying to turn it over. So we're going to go through, we're going to replace it. Now, if you're replacing a battery in an F-150, I think the most important thing to make sure that you get the right part number is actually to look under the hood, see if you have the OEM battery, and then replace it with that battery, because in vehicles of the same year, different trim levels, I believe they actually had different batteries in it. So you need to make sure that you get the right one, or at least you know what you're putting in your truck. So in mine, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take a look at what the battery that's in it is, and then we're gonna go ahead, pull it out, and then replace it with a new one. All right, so the battery in my truck is over here on the passenger side, and you can see it's a AGM battery. So we're gonna be replacing this battery. Now the part number here, so the one on mine is a 94RH7 800 cold cranking amps. So this is what we're gonna be replacing. Now the hold downs on the battery, it's gonna be on this side over here. So it's just this one bolt here, which is holding it in place. So I have this holding it in place, and then I'm gonna loosen both this clamp here and then this over here. With these both being loose, then I can just pull these up. Now the bolt down here is gonna be an 8mm, and these up here are gonna be 10mm. Then as I'm loosening this, you can actually see this separate a little bit. So as that's separating, that means it's coming loose, and then I can just pull it off. So red, positive over here, the negative one over here. So not a lot of force holding them on, and then that is off. So now the battery's ready to come out as soon as I take this out. So I'm gonna be replacing the Motorcraft battery with this die-hard gold one right here. Currently had it on the charger for a little bit, just bringing it up to full charge, and then we're gonna swap it out. So all I really have to do is pull this off and put it onto here. And you can see batteries are the same shape, so everything goes in the same location. So this thing actually is falling apart, so I don't know if I'd reuse it, but for now, I'm gonna put it back on. I actually put it back on backwards from what I wanted it. It shouldn't matter which way you put this on because it has the same cutouts on either side. And the one thing I do like about these batteries is they do have a nice big handle to put around with. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna drop this in the car. I'm gonna tighten everything back up. So now with this back into place, I'm just gonna put this back in. You can see the keyed piece here. So I'm gonna take this, put it down into here. This goes into the hole, and then it should hold it in place. After that's in, I like to push it around, just make sure it's fully secured. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put the last of the clamps back on. Now when you do this, you need to be really safe that you don't touch the positive in some sort of grounded material. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on and put this one on. Then go ahead and I'm gonna tighten them both on. Now back in the car with the key on, you can see the battery down below there. Now to reset it, you need to essentially hit the high beams 5 times and then push the brakes 3 times. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3 for the brakes. You can see 1, 2, 3. So now that that has blinked 3 times, it tells you that it's reset. So that's as easy as it is to replace the battery on the F-150. So it's just a few bolts, need to take it out, put it back, put the new one back in, go ahead in here, reset the battery management system, and then you're golden. Everything should be good to drive. So thanks for tuning in this week on Smackey's Garage. I'll see you next time.